Mr. Zuckerberg, would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
No.
If you've messaged anybody this week, would you share with us the names of the people you've messaged?
Senator, no, I would probably not choose to do that publicly here.
As you saw in the video, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg refused to answer the questions that a United States senator asked him. Unfortunately, as social media users, we don't have the luxury of answering no to these questions. 473,000 tweets and 49,300 photos are posted on Instagram, while 3,877,000 searches are done on Google every 60 seconds. And 2.5 quintillion data that could be collected was created in a single day in 2018. In 2005, there was only 130 exabyte of data searched for on Google, but now this number has risen to 40,000 exabyte, which is 300 times bigger.
Big data is an aggregation of as many individual data points that you can possibly get your hands on, which are then synthesized in one database of record, cleaned or hygiened, and then used to inform or create insight on your target audience. This could include demographic and geographic factors such as age, gender, religion, ethnicity, and so forth, or attitudinal factors, and this is consumer or lifestyle habits, what car you drive, what magazines you read, and what kind of products you purchase in shops. And the last one is the personal or behavioral data, that what kind of person you are, how you see the world, and what actually drives you. So all this information collected and stored at one point, and what's the benefit of this? And this is where the advertisement comes in. Big data plays an extremely important role in the advertising industry. Last year, Google's advertising revenue rose to a whopping $134 billion. With this huge amount of data, the companies and the organizations, they use it as a tool to expand their businesses and increase their revenue. They use hundreds of thousands of individual data points on target audiences to understand exactly which message is going to appeal to which audiences. The giant U.S. megastore Target's analytics department had already built computer programs to identify households with children, so that each November they could lure the children, as well as their parents, with catalogs of bicycles and scooters that would look perfect under the Christmas tree. Target's computers also tracked women who bought bikinis in April, then sent them coupons for sunscreen in July, and finally, weight loss books in December. This customer data was also used by Target to track all the items that their customers had purchased, so that they could distribute discount coupon books for those exact products. There were over 450 data breaches in the United States that led to nearly 12.7 million records being exposed in 2016. Data theft is a growing problem in the United States and around the globe. In the 2016 U.S. presidential election, Cambridge Analytica used millions of American users' information to post fake political messages on their Facebook page that would reinforce their political biases. Cambridge Analytica collected data from different sources and platforms, and data of 87 million users were harvested only on Facebook, and there were so many other companies like Facebook. And they developed the software that can analyze this data and group the people based on their political beliefs and age, gender, and personality, hobby, and so on. And with the help of the result, they actually targeted people with their political messages. The Cambridge Analytica scandal caused an investigation and a U.S. Senate hearing where Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, when asked to testify, apologized for allowing Cambridge Analytica to mine data from Facebook.
Interference in elections and hate speech, as well as developers and data privacy. We didn't take a broad enough view of our responsibility, and that was a big mistake. And it was my mistake, and I'm sorry.
However, the data mining scandal didn't just stop there. Similar testimony was given concerning data mining during the Brexit referendum by former Cambridge Analytica employee Christopher Wiley. He testified before a committee of selection as,
I think it is completely reasonable to say that there could have been a different outcome in the referendum, had there not been, in my view, cheating.
After this Cambridge Analytica scandal, unlike the US, the European Union enacted regulation on data protection. The General Data Protection Regulation aims primarily to give control to individuals over their personal data and to simplify the regulatory environment for international business by unifying the regulations within the EU. After the introduction of these regulations, companies and organizations have to get permission to gather data from users. However, in some countries, data mining is accepted. One example is China, where all 1.4 billion citizens' data is now being collected by the government. The Chinese government is collecting this data to assign citizens a social credit score that will increase or decrease depending on their actions. For example, a bad social credit score would be given to a Chinese citizen who ate in rapid transit or jaywalked, while those who donated blood or volunteered the community services would be given a good score. This massive collection of personal data by the Chinese government is clearly the most ambitious social experiment using collected data undertaken in the 21st century. In this Chinese social experiment, citizens with higher scores can expect a multitude of rewards and social benefits, while citizens with lower scores can expect a multitude of social punishments. With this social credit score, the Chinese government hopes to influence what it considers better social behavior among its citizens. The last example of data collection and usage happened in March 2020 in South Korea. After the COVID-19 outbreak, Korean law was changed to allow the collection of patients' data and the CCTV footage of their movements. Now all the patients' movements are collected and then shared to alert people to stay away from the path of infection. Websites and private apps compile that information, allowing everyone to watch videos of an infected person going into a pharmacy, a hospital, or other places.